sure about it. Are we ready? There you go. That's the stuff. That's the theater side, you know? What does leading mean? You are the person where you're in the sales conversation. You are the person who's gonna take them by their hand from point A to point B. Sorry, man, to say that to you, but I really think you could use a bit of perfume, okay? Or just ask around. Ask around. It's addressing the elephant in the room. Questions?
I have questions.
Yeah.
I think what I want to, maybe I'll tell a few things and ask some questions. First of all, I think in business to business, the cycle could be very long. Like you can have a sales call, of course, which I did as well, and then of course to sell at the moment. But in business to business, usually it's a cycle, or it's like you never know how long it would take, and yeah. So there's always steps within the process. I was wondering what your take is on this, and maybe one other thing. My personal problem, I think, is I'm also nice and I like to help everybody, but I would like to shift that as well to be nice and helping everybody, but getting sales and leads and closing the deal. So those are I'd like to.
And when do you help somebody the most?
In my current situation, yeah, I do Google Ads, but I think what I mostly do is talking about them, about their whole business strategy, and then Google Ads is the
way of getting there.
Way of doing, that's the marketing channel I use.
Yeah. So then you're helping them the most when?
I think when I'm actually talking with them, coaching them.
And when you can do your work, when they're buying from you, because then they proceed on the strategy.
I can help them the most when they buy my service, that's what you say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That's how you help them the most. And then you can come to the thing like, what are the facts and what are the stories? The stories is that we have 5 calls right now and there's still no results. We're in business to get results. So what's holding you back? What needs to be done to execute on this so we can get you some results? Yeah. That's direct. It's honest, it's open.
That's what I should ask them, you were saying?
Yeah. And I had a sales call, I had a sales process, it was not even that high of an offer. It was a really low offer, like 800 euros or something. So it was not that much. And I had like 2-3 calls. I'm like, cool, this is the 3rd call we're having right now, but what's holding you back at this current moment? Because right now, you're just wasting time. And time is the most valuable thing that we have. My time and your time. And I don't have the time to do 5 more calls of this. I don't have that. I really want to, and I want to help you, and I want to help you win, and I want to help you proceed. But you only proceed when you're doing action, when you're taking action. Action leads to results.
At that moment, maybe it's a good example. If you talk to someone for the 3rd time, let's say.
Yeah.
It could also be in a networking event or whatever. You see maybe they're interested or they've shown some interest.
Then book a call.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Then just book a call. When you meet someone and think, hey, this is kind of interesting. Roberto, I think your service is really interesting with the agency and the AI integrations we talked about. Let's have a coffee about that.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. And what will exist from this? I don't know. At least we have a good coffee. And he's Italian, so I know he likes good coffee. There you go. And maybe some business rolls out of it. Maybe he can do something for me. Maybe I can do something for him. Or maybe we can just have a good talk and I learn something and he learns something. But you only know when you ask for the close, ask for the talk, ask for the...
One more question, if I may.
Cool.
I usually, in that case, I usually let rest, actually. And in quite a few often times, they come back at some point. And then it's more, then it's easier to close the deal because they
of course.
Already with, okay, let's do this. But I want to speed up this process and have, let's say, more of this. So it's going a bit too slow for me. So
getting an email funnel. Get their email address, get them into a funnel, and just give them value based on what you're talking about, so they consistently keep engaged with you. And in that way, you build yourself as an authority. That's just marketing stuff here, just not even sales. Just when you build authority through a funnel, through narrowing down to their position, they see, hey, you're the expert in this. Hey, we talked a couple of times and you can all automate this. This is great. So you don't even have to put any effort in it. And at some point you can just say, hey, I sent you a couple of emails. I hope you got some value out of this. Maybe it's time to book a call again and see what we can do for each other. And then you book a call. Hey, what changed since the last time? It's been 2 months. Oh, your business still sucks. Cool. Let's go. Now we can work together.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
At least that's my opinion. If people have other opinions about this, please, I'm not holy here.
Can you give like a very good example to make them sell your product, which I like a lot how you phrased it?
Mm-hmm.
How does it? Do you have something in your head that you can show us how such a conversation would look like? And with the B2B software sales?
With the B2B software sales. So what I'm doing in my calls, like I said, current situation, desired situation, and then I create with them a strategy on how we come to point B. So literally, what do we need to do to get to point B? And sometimes I show them a case study, sometimes I show them an example, and then it's like, okay, so you've seen this right now, and I kept it stupid simple, tailored their solution, and then asked, so do you believe in this strategy? Do you believe this strategy would work for you? And then they say yes or no, and then you ask why. If they don't believe in it, ask why. And maybe it's not a match. That's also a possibility. Like, you cannot sell everyone. At least that's what I believe. And when they say, yes, I believe in that. Why do you believe in that? What makes this different? Does this answer your question a bit? It's, I don't know how that saying goes again. It's like, if you're saying it to someone, or if you're telling it, it's bragging. When others say it about you, it's true. So when you show a case study or something, you let your results do the work for you.
Those products were like CRM software to get a better picture of like what were you selling?
What I'm selling website software, so WordPress for losers. Plug and Pay, it's a Dutch company I'm selling for. That's like landing pages, building landing pages with all kinds of marketing integrations to it. It's really cool software, all kinds of AI and marketing integrations to it, and software called The Huddle, and it's like a e-learning and community software. And I sell all 3 of those software separately. Sometimes you can put them into a package. You have a light, premium, and an ultimate version, so you can upsell to the max. And then also we have a service that we build the whole damn thing for you, and then you can pay us a bit more, and you're completely satisfied. But it really depends on the needs of the client. So I'm lucky, I have a really broad perspective I can sell. So for me, it's easier to sell more because I have more problems I can solve for someone. But then still, it's about having a good discovery and know that you can solve that problem for that person.
Regarding tools, like when you're selling, regarding follow-ups, CRM, the contacts, do you have any tips?
Never have an open ending. Never. Never, ever, ever, ever have an open ending. Never. If the answer is no, yes, or no, if it's not a concrete answer, you say, okay, I don't like to have open endings here because most of the time I will think about you when I'm sleeping and we'll never speak to each other again. And maybe they're a bit weirded out by that, and then you get no, but at least it's concrete. So what I would like to do is, how long do you need to make a certain decision? Cool, let's book a call in right then, at that certain point, and let's see where we're sitting back then. And then you can come to the point like, and it could be 2 weeks, it could be a month, it could be
1 year.
a year, of course. But if they say like, okay, call me again in 1 year. Okay, cool, then put at your agenda right now, and we're gonna set that call for that date. I'm quite open next year, so that's good. I hope you too, because I'm busy, but not so busy. Well, at least if we have more people like you, then yeah. So in that way, you keep the attention span.
Yeah, I think that is like bam, fam, booking a meeting from another meeting. So you can never hang up the call before you schedule the next call. So sometimes you just need to ask like, how much time do you believe you need to take a decision? And they will say like, probably next week. Okay, perfect. Next week, for example, Monday, it's good for you, 9 a.m.? Okay, perfect. So let's schedule up 9 a.m. We enter in contact again, and you can give me a...
Exactly. Never have an open ending. Never.
Technically, are you using some specific tools? When I was working for the SaaS, I was using HubSpot. It's a great tool, but it's super expensive.
I know because I get hired by an agency or a sales agency, and they connected me to a client. So I'm a freelancer in that way, and they use Zoho.
And like by hand. Like
Yeah, they use Zoho CRM, and I don't know how much they're paying for it because that's their backend who fixes all that shit. And then that's just connected to my Google Calendar, and when I put it in Zoho, it will be put to my Google Calendar.
then
Also,
you also do like some sequences for the follow-ups. They-
not particularly. Like that's most of the time based on the client's case.
Okay.
Well, because you don't know what's happening in their lives. I mean, if they're moving out to another country, that could be a bit longer than 2 weeks, you know, and that shit happens. So it's really up to them on how long it will take, but at least always book a next meeting, always.
I personally sometimes feel people are selling too hard. And I also myself personally get a bit, how to say it, disconnected from it. And sometimes that's a reason why I don't want to continue with the business or the person actually. Do you have something to say about that?
Can you rephrase your question? I don't totally understand what you're meaning.
Do you think there's such thing as selling too hard?
It depends on the person. Every person is different. Every person needs a different thing, and it's really about.
Okay, I will rephrase my question.
There you
Can
go.
I sell by almost not having to use all the tactics that you've spoken?
Yes, you just show cases and clients testimonials. That's it.
Say it again.
You just need to show your testimonials of previous clients and your case studies. That's like how.
That's like people selling for you. That's crazy.
It's all like, yeah, it's the main part, I guess. Because in my
Yeah.
case, for example, it's not like that. Because
Showing,
if you don't have cases, if you don't
showing
have
results
clients,
and proof.
reviews, yeah,
It's social proof, and social proof is one of the biggest factors that moves people.
that's marketing. You don't need to sell anything if you have cases.
If you have a lot of case studies, yeah.
I did it before, so I did it for you.
Wait, can you say it out loud?
Yeah.
You can also use a reference call.
Yeah.
Let's say you already have a customer who's very happy with your services, you offer them nothing or something really small in the next
Yeah,
months.
like a video.
And you'd be like, hey, could you maybe talk to this person in the same industry?
I really believe I could help them as well, just as I helped you,
Yeah.
and I know you're happy, but they won't buy it from me, and I really care about the person, want to succeed, etc., etc. You come to the whole point of helping them again.
I think the most important thing is that you don't sell medium. Because like as soon as you start to sell medium that you need them, like even like showing what you have done, it sounds like a little bit needy.
Same with a girl. Needy is creepy.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you just consistently approach someone and really want that person to be, that's creepy, dude. Don't.
So, time between as well.
There is two advices. The coaching technique, when you started working with the other people, you just should sit and imagine the role that you are the guy that can sell, and you just think about this role. Who is this guy? What is his, how he works with his body, how he speaks. So you just put this role on yourself and you go with this, like the actor, as you said in the beginning of our conversation today. You're like an actor for yourself, so you feel more confidence. And second way, you can show your values, because you provide not only the product, you provide also values inside of why you sell this product, why this is important to you, and why it should be important to other person. And in our world now, I think values mean more than the product.
Of course, when you're buying a Coca-Cola Coke, That's a really weird sense to say it like that. But when you're buying a Coke, they really branded it like it's a happy drink and it's a good feeling and it's good for parties. But you're literally buying a bunch of sugar that will kill you in the end. That's what you're buying. That's what you're literally buying. But everybody gets that happy feeling from Coca-Cola. Why? Because they branded it that way. So it's about the why. We bring people together. Yeah, that's from Tinder though. Or you can phrase it better, like the slogan of Tinder. That's based on his last presentation, not that he is a Tinder maniac.
Making new people, do meaningful connection, easy and fun.
Yeah, meet new people, create easy, meaningful connections through fun. Well, people use it to fuck. That's it. That's it, bottom line. But people believe in that slogan, let's go download Tinder. No.
True.
I have a question about like if an objection came up in the conversation. How to lead from there?
I'm personally, to be honest with you, I'm not really good at objection handling because most of the time I pre-handle objections, so I don't have to in the end of the call. So when something is happening during the call that you think will be an objection later, ask for it right up front. Why is that important to you? What do you mean with that? Could that just try to recognize during the call, is that something that can hold back this process and just uncover it right in the moment so it will not be shooting back at you at the end of the call. An objection is just a reason for them to not believe in the value that you're giving. So I always try to handle it just when it's coming and try to see, and that's also why discovery is really important. Discovery, when you have a lot of objections, you just did not do a right discovery.
So, for example, I was doing a call and the prospect was asking for a feature that the product did not have. So at that point I would be like, just, okay, this is not for you, or I would be like...
Why is that feature important? Why is that feature important? Could you do something without it? Is there a thing we can do to... That's okay. Have a good evening. Ciao. Is there something we can work around? Is this like when it's not the thing that that has it? It just is not the thing, and that's okay. But why do they need it? Is it really that important? And what's the value? Like, is there more value for them without that feature, or is it really that important to them? That's the thing you need to uncover. That's the thing you need to know from them, because else it's going to be just one thing.
Do you have a certain book or literature you can...
I will give her a list of books I really recommend. And if you join Digital Marketing Tribe, you will get the list of books in our community. Because there are a ton of books.
I have a question related to complex sales. If you have like many decisions in a company that you are selling a product, like you have CTO, CEO, different roles involved, and you are having a call with someone that has a lower level of these decisions, how you get all the other decisions involved and how you proceed to have all people on board and sell to the correct one?
That's a good question. What I think, I don't have any particular type of experience selling to more bigger, complicated companies. So what I think should be right, is it meaningful to talk to them at that certain point? What is the thing that they are able to do? And what is the thing that you need to do to go to the next phase? It's like playing a game. What can you do to unlock the next level? And what needs to be done to go to that level? And I think it's just playing level to level. But like I said, I don't have that many experience in this, but it's what I think. Just playing level to level to go to the person eventually that you need to go to. Because in bigger companies, it's just a fact that sales processes take longer. And sometimes it's not up to you, and then you're just...
That's a quick question, short answer. You know, before getting to the first call, how do you communicate your clients? So is it like an email or cold call or just?
For the company I work for right now, or we have a bunch, we have like a lot of streams. We have a lot of inbound flows through social media marketing. We have email campaigns from books that we sold, from downloads that they once did. We have lead lists, like I have 2 people working for me that are just, their job is literally calling people and setting them in my agenda, like SDR cold calling, more SDR because they're warmer leads. So, and sometimes we run a webinar, sometimes we have a conference, sometimes, and then people can just schedule a call. So it's like a lot of inflows, a lot. It's a company that existed for 14 years right now. And they, from day one, they always build on their reputation.
So you said at one point of your presentation that you need to set a frame with the client as well.
Yeah.
So you need to build a relationship with them. So first of all, before getting to know clients, after you get to know the client and you want to fidelize it, even if you had bad experience, for example, with a product in general, is that a good tactic to talk with him and ask him a few questions? Why did he have this bad experience, and delve into this history of this experience in order to fidelize the clients and move forward?
You can do that, but only when it's relevant. Like only when it's, at least I had someone today who said like, I spent 25,000 euros on all different kinds of companies and I don't trust anybody.
That's
and
because you say keep it stupid simple.
yeah, but yeah, and then again, keep it stupid simple. Like I don't trust anybody, and then you say, oh well, that's a pity. That sucks. Well, I'm just trying here not to be one of those cowboys, and let's take it easy. This is how we're going to proceed to call. Just what's your point A? What's your point B? And we're going to see if we can create the right strategy for you. And if it's not a fit, if I genuinely think we cannot help you, I will say that to you. Because what happens to you sucked, and I don't want to I'm here for you. Like, I don't want that to happen to you again. At least that's what I did today, and it turned out great, so. And yeah, then be human. Be human, you're not a robot. I mean, when shitty things happen, just acknowledge it.
And I know that it's good for negotiate. I know, because the top of psychomarketing was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. And we start to negotiate, and he's here now.
Usually it takes 3 months, the guy couldn't do it in 2 weeks. The guy is great.
Yeah. So others he will leave. He will go out to Lisbon. So when I start to talk with him, and
I have this slide here.
Sorry, this is for you, the water.
Thank you very much.
Work.
So if you want to see what I'm doing with my life, I'm just a 22-year-old guy who is figuring out life and getting knowledge, getting experience, and being obsessed with what I'm doing because I love what I'm doing. Follow Instagram. I'm hiring a video editor right now to post content once a week, just about things that I'm learning. I have LinkedIn, you can follow me on that if you want to. You're not obligated to do anything, of course. And I share my whole journey and everything I learned during this whole process of entrepreneurship and being broke and living on crackers for 2 months till where I am right now giving this talk to you. And that's just my name, Job Baltus, on YouTube. There I share everything I do and did it for the past year. So nothing comes in easy. As long as you just work hard, you will get there. So.